Hi again. Thanks for watching Mark's Minerals videos. I'm sorry that my workspace is dirty at the time. I like to keep it clean, but I've been doing a lot of aggressive cutting. Here's a piece of Deer Creek I've been windowing. I've been trying to get down into those layers, and you can see how there are many different layers with different compositions and colors. We're going to check the first layer and see what that does. So we still have to get through all this chalcedony, and you can try a couple different methods. You can put it up against a bright light, and then you can mark it off either with an aluminum pencil or a Sharpie marker, and then you can cut that away. So all this is going to have to go. And after you determine that, so I'm doing this Deer Creek and the Slaughter Mountain. And another thing you want to take into account when you're doing this is there's going to be different layers. And let's see if we can zoom in a bit. Some layers are going to have different potential. This looks like it's going to be a solid bright layer. There's a couple of scattered layers in between there with this almost honeycomb-like pattern. I prefer the solid colors, but I'm going to see what happens because there's a few layers. So I still have to get into this as well. And you want to follow the contours of the stone. You don't want to force it. So I'm just going to continue coming through here and trying to pull this clear cap off. If the color is really bright underneath, I'll leave a little layer of the clear cap, and it'll act to magnify the color itself. Alright, so what I like to use, initially I use these coarse 60 or 80 grit, and they're just diamond coated. They're about $20 or $30 for a set of them. It's going to get a little loud. Use lots of water. Use eye and ear protection. Make sure you're careful. And this is just so the dust doesn't go everywhere. Alright. And you don't want to use a lot of pressure. You don't want to force through and blow into the color and damage a layer that you've been working so hard to get to. At this point, I normally wouldn't be using a 60 or 80 grit. I'd be using a 120 to about 150 grit. Still a little bit coarse, but not quite as coarse. See if we can clear that up some.